Bobby Golding leads the Saints out for the inaugural Super League Championship game in Britain here at Nosey Road. And a warm welcome to Nosey Road St Helens, the home of the Challenge Cup holders, the inaugural Super League champions. And tonight's game, as I said, against Auckland, is the first game in England of the Visa-sponsored World Club Championship. And Bobby Golding requested that they come out to Land of Hope and Glory to obviously G side up and G the crowd up, quite a sizable crowd here in the Nosey Road Arena. The Saints team, quite a few back from injury this evening. Steve Prescott at full-back, Danny Arnold, Alan Hunt, Andy Haig and Anthony Sullivan make up the three quarters. Jason Johnson, in his home debut, keeps his place at stand-off half alongside Bobby Golding. Apollo Pedalini, Kieran Cunningham and Julian O'Neill make up the front row. Chris Joynt, Simon Booth and Chris Morley the back three. Paul Anderson, Willem Atautier, Ian Pickavance and Dean Busby are on the bench. The Auckland Warriors side, coached by Frank Endicott. Matthew Ridge at captain at full-back. Mark Ellis, Anthony Swan, Tira Patty and Sean Hoppy, the three quarters. Jean Namu and Stacey Jones, the elusive half-back partnership. Joe Bagana, Sid Eru and Brady Mallum in the front row. Stephen Kearney, Tony Tunivabe and Dennis Betts make up the back three, with Shane Endicott, Meti Nuveo, Brian Hanari and Mark Horrow on the bench. Over the next 3 weeks, Saints take on Auckland, Cronulla and Penrith in this World Club Championship sponsored by Visa. You're with Mike on video. Your cameraman's Mike, my name's Ron Hoof. Join us for what's going to prove to be some pulsating action. The Auckland Warriors kick off. Saints take it in their own 20. Alan Hunt losing his footing and might be a little difficult. Started raining about 5:30 and the ground will be a little slippy on top, but Apollo Pedalini being forced back there. Kieran Cunningham coming in, just assisting. And referee Stuart Cummins moving in. Maybe the interpretation of the refereeing rules may come into play tonight, because the Aussies don't seem to get up. Well, I know these are New Zealanders, the Auckland Warriors, like, but they play in the Australian Big League. They don't seem to get up when they play the ball. They get half-cocked, put it on the floor and play it. Now, whether Mr Cummins will tie him up with this, I don't know. But good running there by the Saints as they come forward. Making good yardage. 40 metres from the Auckland line. Alan Hunt looking for a way through, looking to line players out. Well taken down there. Last one of the sequence, Bobby Golding puts it crossfield. Good kick by Golding. Finds touch on the Auckland 20. The scrum of the game, 10 metres from the Auckland line, 20 metres in. Stacey Jones will feed this scrum. Now the Saints defence. Tira Patty, the ex-Saints favourite, back here with his Auckland Warriors side. Dennis Betts. Boos from the crowd there. There's Betts, the ex-Wigan Warrior, who's going back to Wigan after the end of this season, we believe. But it's the Auckland Warriors in possession. Good driving downfield. Brady Mallum taking the ball up. Sid Eru attacked in half. Stephen Kearney, big raw bone forward, 25 years of age. Excellent competitor. See what I mean there about the play of the ball. When it's bounced off a Saints player, it's loose. Saints come up with possession. Kieran Cunningham breaks away quickly. Sid Eru brings him down. Well, he's robbed of the ball. The referee, that was 2-1 surely. 2-1 on Kieran Cunningham, but the referee just moves over to the Saints side, and the Auckland Warriors move the ball over to the left. Dennis Betts, Pedalini there, but Betts slips it to Ridge. Ridge the captain. Unloads it. Strong running there by Jones. Stacey Jones moves it through. Jason Johnson, I think they're just having an extra pull of the leg. And the referee in quickly. Well, we can't grumble if he's the same for both sides. That's all we ask. 3 minutes gone of the game. Gone of the game, and the Auckland Warriors with a first chance for points. As we said, Jason Johnson making his home debut, played out of his skin there in his first full-team debut at Thrum Hall, and you pick a bad player out of that side. Saints came away with the points, 26 points to 18, but what a game. Alan Cross played his part. Bobby Golding there taking an early knock, just receiving treatment from Jeanette Smith. For a chance for Matthew Ridge to open the scoring, and Auckland obviously want to get points on the board if they can. Strikes it well, Ridge, excellent kicker in his time, and he's successful this time. So 3 minutes gone on the clock. Ridge with the first points. A penalty goal by Matthew Ridge after 3 minutes, with Jason Johnson being penalised for lifting the leg in the tackle. So it's the Warriors to kick off again. As I said, Jason Johnson, a good debut last week. Alan Cross, though he did play in the Norway Challenge at Christmas, but I reckon that was his first team debut as well in actual league action. And Scott Barrow, who got into the action, only a youngster, and one for the future. Well, Alan Hunt knocked it forward. A mistake, an unforced error by the Saints there. The ball slippy, will be slippy. We've had an hour or so of rain. But a chance now, Jones to feed. Big push from the Auckland Warriors. Jones from the base of the scrum, running crossfield. Johnson, Prescott in. Well, is he scored? No, he's just short of the line. Namu attacked in half-back. Well, the referee should have been right on the job, and he held back. But Kearney in with the try. Stephen Kearney gets the 4-pointer. Saints caught on the hop there. Jones was close. Namu was there. Jones held off for playing the ball, in my opinion. He was holding back. Ridge strikes it well, all right between the uprights. The good kick from the ex-Manly full-back. Great start as far as the Warriors are concerned. Only a recently formed club, the Auckland Warriors, compete in the Aussie Big League, as I've said before, and now in the Super League in Australasia. Golding took it this time. Hunt took it cleanly. Early days yet. Only 7 minutes gone, and holding down at the tackle there, and the referee in, and somebody spoke out of turn. He's going to be marching another 10 metres. Referee Cummins, one of the top whistlers. Well, Bobby Golding there went to take the kick, and the man, well, he's been walked another 10 metres. Well, he should be in the sin bin, man. Don't ponce about with them. That's the only trouble with our referees. They seem to bend over backwards to these foreigners when they come here. They should show a little bit of local bias. Good ball handling skills. Julian O'Neill, the ex-Auckland Warrior himself, taking the ball up. He'll be keen to impress against his ex-side, his former side. Had a few first-team games, did Julian, but wasn't getting regular rugby. His contract expired, and Saints stepped in for him. Good handling there. Haig turned his ankle at Halifax, but he's fully fit now. Saints move it again. Good running by Chris Joint. Stephen Kearney, the try scorer, one of the tacklers in there. Good running now, Julian O'Neill. Well, that was a big hit. His head shot back. The tackle was round the chest. And once again, the Saints are going to get back. Golding puts it crossfield. A low trajectory kick. Jones takes it away. Tutia Rapati. Rapati down the main stand. Touchline. And once again, the Warriors play it quickly. That's good running. Good tackling by the Saints. But the Warriors make 50 metres. Ridge in at the action. Eru attacked in half.
what we looked at.
Swan at the acting half-back position. Anthony Swan. The Warriors moving crossfield. Oh, that's good tackling by the Saints. Super stuff. Alan Hunt in there along with Apollo Perolini. Rapati at dummy half. Kearney. And the ball coming back. Good tackling. Joe Bagana driving the ball up. Dennis Betts at the acting half. It's going to be moved out wide. Saints one man down. A player being treated there. Swirling breeze there, but Prescott took it well, didn't he? Super work by Prescott. Brady Mallon came in. Now it's with Anthony Sullivan. Can the speedster get away? Then it looks as though a knee went in there on Anthony Sullivan. The ball now with Perolini. Joe Bagana brings him down round the top. Dennis Betts had took him round the legs. Going to be a big contest tonight as O'Neill brings it up the Auckland Warriors, the bottom of the table in the home domestic competition, but that means nothing. Blindside ploy, Cunningham running straight at the man. Ginamu, the tackler. Haig, a dummy half. Golding gets the kick away. That was I don't know who came in on Bobby Golding, but Ridge evades the tackle. Sullivan comes in. Prescott and Sullivan bring him to earth. Certainly started off well. 10 minutes gone. The Warriors in the lead by 8 points to 0. Sean Hoppy, prolific try scorer, passing the ball out. The Warriors quickly into the stride there. Tony Tumivavi driving the ball up. Once again, the Warriors moving left. Kearney, big hit there. Well, the ball's come out. It's gone back. The referee said, has he given another 6 tackles? Betts bringing it blindside. Sullivan and Haig bouncing down. The popular side faithfully rubbed against the ex-pie eater. Brady Mallon driving the ball up. Sidiru attacked in half. The Warriors move it left. Once again putting pressure on the Saints. Long cut-out ball. Knocked forward. Tirapati there. Throws it away in disgust. It was a good cut-out pass there, obviously trying to beat a few Saints defenders as they came in. But Tirapati couldn't take it cleanly. Knocked it forward, scrum down. Saints head and feed. Certainly started off at 100 mile an hour. Even though we have had a bit of rain, it's quite a warm evening here at Nosey Road. Ball in out to the back of the scrum. Prescott links up with him. Well, Prescott grimaces there under the tackle of Ridge. Chris Joint. See all the dye off the graphics that's on the pitch. Julian O'Neill, well, receiving a lot of attention. Once again, the Saints try to build up, but the tackling is fierce. The ball going in touch off an Auckland Warrior. But I don't think he played at it. Scrum down, head and feet to Auckland. I think that, yes, that is correct. He made no play at it. See plenty of the players sporting a lot of dye from the graphics. Stacey Jones from the back of the scrum. The Warriors again. Plan ploy. Rapati coming through there. So the referee stops the game. Interference at the play of the ball. I think the Saints are going to be receiving a penalty now. Rapati's being spoken to in the presence of Matthew Ridge, the captain. So referee Cummins right on the job. So Rapati there throwing a short jab in. The referee spotted it. The clock stopped just while we get the rugby ball back in the hands of the Saints, and then just like the buses, isn't it? Don't get any and then two come along together. So it's Bobby Golding kicking over to the popular side stand. Saints awarded the penalty courtesy of Tirapati infringement. Kieran Cunningham lost his ever-present tag this season He was ever present all last season, the first Super League season, 96. Missed out. Obviously missed the last game and niggly injury, along with Carl Hammond, who has pneumonia. We wish him well. Hope he's back shortly. And Saints move it out quickly. Andy Haig. Sean Hoppy round the top. Swan round the bottom. And once again the Saints with Golding, try to get it going. Perellini again, the big man. Had trouble with an injured thigh. Chris Joint. Taken down by Kearney. Golding, little chip kick through. Well positioned there. Good cover there by Vagana, I think it was. The Warriors again, move it downfield, good sidestep by Stephen Kearney. Excellent second row forward, this lad. The Warriors again, running hard and strong. Tirapati bounces off the tackle. We know from his time here at Moseley Road how versatile and durable this character is. Saints tackling, will have to tighten up. Hoppy going to step in there at the acting half-back position. Swan had drove the ball up. Vagana takes it, the ball's loose, it was kicked forward, that's going to be play on, surely. Sideru kicked it through, yes, referee moves on the Auckland Warriors side. And it's Saints possession. 15 minutes gone, Betts comes in on Perellini. Carney's marking up. Now it's Chris Morley. Pushes off the tackle of Vagana. Kearney brings him down. Once again the Saints burying the play again. Moving it quickly, good hands, Joint, Haig. Namu in on the tackle. Swan as well. Oh, Johnson took it well. It was a little forward of him. Big home debut for this youngster, 18 years of age. Come through the ranks here. Academy, Alliance. Well, that's a good deep kick. Fielded by Sean Hoppy, right close to his line. He's broke through the first line of defence. Sullivan comes back, second bite to the cherry, brings him to earth. The Warriors move it to the right. Namu turns it back inside. Good support play. Brady Mallum. On to Dennis Betts. O'Neill puts him to earth. Eru at dummy half. Joe Vagana for the Warriors. Solid running, good backing up play by the Warriors. Moving it out, blind again. Twisting, turning, offloading the ball. The Warriors again with Jones. Can Jones side? Whoa, dear me, what a try by Jones. That's a great try, isn't it? There looked nothing on there at all. The Saints seem to have weathered the storm, but 17 minutes gone. And the Warriors backing up, playing for each other. And Stacey Jones took it on the popular side touchline, heard down, moved in and out, giving himself a bit of space. And went in for the try. Giving the Warriors another 4 points and definitely another chance for Matthew Ridge to make it 6. They've started off well, 8 points to 0 at present, 12 points to 0 now, with this Ridge conversion to come. That's gone through the sticks. Another 6 points to the Warriors. They now lead by 14 points to 0. The Warriors' home ground, Ericsson Stadium. Their coach is Frank Endicott. Quite a few players that have been with the Auckland Warriors over here in Britain. Our own Julian O'Neill at Saints. Warrington Ave, Dallas Mead, Tony Tatapu and Nigel Vagana. And the Saints have the possession. Chris Joint. But a well-drilled side there. Stephen Kearney coming into the tackle along with Tony Tumavavi. Saints have got to get points on the board. Simon Booth. Up to the halfway. Golding drills it upfield. Finds touch. So Saints just not getting their act together at present. Trailing by 14 points to nil. Halfway through this first half now. They've got ex-Auckland players. They've got David Doc Murray of Wigan, Richie Blackmore from Cass, and Andy Platt, who's finishing his career off down the road with the Salford Reds. A good run in. Anthony Swan turned it back inside. The Warriors keep it going, but there's an infringement there. Crossing by the Warriors, and a chance now for Bobby Golding to give Saints good yardage, which he does. 25 metres from the Warriors line. Saints with 6 tackles to make it count. Julian O'Neill, head down, does the job. Good grafting play, it is O'Neill and Perellini. Perellini powering the ball upfield. Once again, Golding running the angles, now with Chris Joint. 2 or 3 metres short. Golding wants his players over here. Cunningham a dummy half. He's good. Is he going in from short range? There's 4 around him. They're holding him well. Stephen Kearney, well, Stephen Kearney's hold of him. He can't play the ball. The referee's right there. Johnson has the ball knocked out of his hands. That should be another 6. Alan Hunt can't pick it up. Surely it must be the first knock on. Well, he's going to penalise Auckland for knocking the ball out of the hand, I think. Yes, well, he's not penalised them, giving the scrum down. Obviously knocking the ball out of the hand, which constitutes a knock-on by Auckland. Saints couldn't capitalise on it, so therefore that's why the head and feed has gone Saints' way. Another set of 6 for the Saints to get first points on the board for themselves. They trail 14 points to nil. Golding waiting for it out of the scrum, brings it midfield. Hunter going over to that far side. He's got to keep in the field of play. Joe Vagana completes the tackle. 10 metres from the Warriors line. Morley, good run from the loose forward. Golding taking control. Brought down 5 metres short. Can the Saints break through? Can they penetrate the line? Chris Joint, the Saints vice-captain. Jason Johnson out wide there. The Saints move it over to the right. Golding puts it crossfield, but right into the arms of Stacey Jones. Golding brings the scrum half down. Oh well, Saints have the possession. 1-to-1 tackle by Simon Booth this time. Cunningham going for the corner. Rapati there to bring him down. Danny Arnold, his first touch. Once again now the Saints trying to stretch these Warriors. Drawing it, oh, that's a great move, Johnson! Has he scored? Well, he's had the ball taken off him. He gave a lovely dummy there, did Jason Johnson. He went through and Matthew Ridge pinched the ball in the tackle. Well, the Saints faithful are not happy with that, are they? It looks as though there was 2-1 for me. Oh, that's good tackling, forcing the man back. Anthony Sullivan, Julian O'Neill, Sean Hoppy took a knock there, getting up very gingerly. Well, the physio right on the job there, must have come on to treat a player. And the Warriors there being put under a little pressure. It was the trainer there on, he was right on the job. Well, the ball's got to be taken away, moved away, and the game will restart. But great pressure by the Saints, but I think Saints, a little lad done by there, a Sid Eru, brings the ball away. Look, 2-1 on Jason Johnson. We'll have to have a look at the replay and see whether it was. It'll not make any difference. Warriors have still got the ball. It's Anthony Swan bringing it away. Once again, centre field, the Warriors keep it going. Stacey Jones takes it, unloads it with Alan Hunt all over him like a rash. He puts it downfield. Steve Prescott will chase it. Tira Party comes in and wraps it well. The ball's been reaped out of his hands. That's a try for the Warriors. That's a good try. Mark Ellis. Well, he's gone to the video screen, but I think that's a try. I really do. Because Rapati came in on Steve Prescott. I think the only thing that may be there is if Rapati, when he reaped the ball out, if it went forward, and that would be a knock-on. But it was 1-1 there. The ball, well, I think that could be a knock-on. Rapati looks as though he dragged the ball out, which he did. It was 1-1, which is perfectly legal. There we are on the big screen. Well, I don't know. Now looking at it from another angle. The referee, the video ref, has been handed the job of deciding whether it's a try or not. And there we are, we can see top of your picture. Mark Ellis waiting for the decision. He's the top point scorer for, well, yes, no try. Knock on it was. Looked a good try, first impressions. As Danny Arnold bringing the ball away. 26 minutes gone of the first half. Saints trail 14 points to nil. Chris Joint looking for support there. Well, he threw the ball out. Arnold was there. It went loose. Well, the referee's giving the first knock on, he says, and they're giving the feed to Auckland. Well, I don't believe that Saints knocked on there. He put the ball out. Saints couldn't take it. And Auckland then couldn't control it. Stacey Jones takes the ball from the back. Well, that's a forward pass, my word. But the referee not positioned correctly. Ridge at dummy half. Ridge the captain. The Warriors now moving it downfield within striking distance again. 10 metres from the Saints line. They keep the ball alive. Bobby Golding. Well, somebody's been flattened off the ball. The referee, well, Bobby Golding held back. The referee says the ball's gone back. That's not right. So somebody's been taken on suspicion there. Somebody's flat out there where the ball is. And the referee finally stopping the game now. But the touch judges haven't come on. The referee's there. Somebody's going to be spoken to. Probably Bobby Golding, because he obviously said something to referee Cummins. And why not when Saints man's down on the floor? Bobby Golding just saying, well, the man's down on the floor there. He's been flattened. He's been taken off the ball, taken on suspicion. Simon Booth just coming in, just telling Bobby to cool it a bit. But it's Andy Haig, I think, that's been flattened. Is somebody going to be sin bin? No, it's a blood bin. So somebody's going to be blood bin substituted. And the referee and the touch judge and Ridge is doing a bit of earwigging, isn't he? And Bobby Golding as well. So both captains, they're going to be read the riot act. Obviously, judging by the Saints spectators, he was taken on suspicion there. I think it was Andy Haig. The job's been put on report. Well, that's took a long while to do that, hasn't it? He was going to play on, the referee. He never bothered. He just carried on. It went back to Auckland. Saints, then Auckland, and now the Saints have the possession. Yes, so Matautia on for Haig in the blood bin in the 28th minute. But Saints have the possession. Can they do anything with it? Cunningham up the blind side. Mark Ellis in at the tackle with Stacey Jones. Once again, the Saints are going to spread it. Alan Hunt looked very sharp, both in attack and defence on Sunday. And as I said, you pick a bad one out of them. Golding kicks it upfield. It touched the Auckland Warrior twice there. It's all on as Ridge brings it up. Arnold with the tackle. Golding completes it round the top. Ridge gets up very gingerly. The Warriors all trooping back on side. Come on, you Saints, is the cry from the popular side choir. Sideru, is it? It isn't. But the Warriors drive it upfield. I think it was Horror there that's come on. Tirapati at the acting half. The Warriors move it to the left. Good handling, Ellis there. Can he squeeze in? Oh, he's taken down. That's good tackling. Ridge wants a quick play. The body didn't play it. Ridge didn't play it. It's a penalty to the Saints, I think. Is it? No. It is a penalty to the Saints. Well, there you go. He didn't play that ball, did Ellis, on that far corner. Then it went to the captain, Matthew Ridge, who kicked it through. But the referee finally comes up with the right decision. Half an hour gone, 14 points to 0. Most of the game being played at the Saints' end. 2 errors that led to the first lot of points. A penalty goal by Ridge, and then that Carney try and Ridge conversion. But then a bit of brilliant individualism from Stacey Jones as Cunningham gets the ball away to Arnold. He has to double back, cuts back inside. The tackling still fierce. Frank Endicott's got his side all G'd up. Now it's Chris Joint. In on Mark Horrell. Yes, he come on as a substitution. Perolini taken by Betts. And the Saints again build up. Golding, well, gets the ball charged down. It's all on. Golding gathers it, and Golding's away. Support from the Saints. Matautia again pushes the defence up. He slips the ball to Prescott. Prescott in and out. Johnson's with him. Prescott still driving through. Taken down inside the 20. The Saints well within striking distance. They need to get points on the board. Golding, reverse angle pass to Julian O'Neill. He's got to take the tackle. He does do. Saints have got to slow it down. No panic measures, even though they're trailing by 14. Good ball handling there. Johnson, good ball to Hunt. Looking for support. There was a Warrior in between there. And the Saints player, the Saints move it out. Morley, oh, that's great tackling by the Warriors. Betts over there and Rapati. Perolini slips it back to Cunningham. No way through for him. He has to keep it alive. Now it's with Arnold. Arnold shoulders into the defence. It's the last one of the sequence. Will the ball be lifted in the air? Golding chips it. It comes back. Saints will have to play it. It's on the 6th tackle. Matauti goes without it. He pushes it back. The ball's still alive. Well, it's touched an Auckland player. It's third possession. Sullivan coming in at the tackle. Is it Sean Hoppy? It is Sean Hoppy that has the possession. Anthony Swan. Exciting game, end-to-end stuff. Saints couldn't penetrate the Auckland defence there. Very tight, drilled defence. Eru brings it blindside. Once again, the Warriors. Hoppy takes, well, that's knocked down. Is that going to be a knock-on? I think that could be a knock-on against Anthony Sullivan. I think that could be head and feed. Oh, he's giving it the other way. I think we may be a bit fortunate there. We'll not grumble. 1-1 it was there, Sullivan. And the ball was lost. Sullivan on Hoppy, I think it was. The ball was lost. It went to earth, and the referee judging in the Saints' favour this time. Vila Matautia. Alan Hunt trying to get through. But the Saints still keeping it alive. Julian O'Neill, the cornerstone of the Saints pack, the top tackler. Now with Bobby Golding, the captain. Stephen Kearney brings him to earth. Sullivan attacked in half. Joint. Strong, solid tackling there. Kearney in over the top. Last one of the sequence. Jason Johnson chips it to the corner. Awkward bouncing ball taken by Ellis. He sidesteps crossfield as Ellis. He's breaking away. He loses his footing, and Matautia just holds him down for the tackle. See, it's very slippy out there. As I said, we've had a bit of rain, about an hour's worth. Even though it's been very dry all this week and most of last week, still slippy on top. Stephen Kearney, good hit by Matautia. Great tackle. Johnson initially brought him down, then Matautia finished him off. The Warriors have the possession. They lead by 14 points to nil with 5 minutes to the interval. And the Warriors bring it crossfield. That's good running and good backing up. Tirapati down the wing. Tirapati going in. Oh, that's a great tackle by Prescott. Super try-saving tackle by Steve Prescott on the former Saint Tirapati. Great work by the Warriors as they moved it crossfield. Lovely crisp ball handling skills. But the Saints keep the line intact this time. Goal into feed. Saints still to score. They're at the wrong end of the ground. We've got to play out the tackles here. Jason Johnson running the ball up. Chris Joint into space. Can the Saints come with him? Joint there, Sullivan steaming up. Sullivan gets the ball. Oh, that's a great try there by Anthony Sullivan. And Saints are on the board. 5 minutes to the interval. Saints get the first try, courtesy of Anthony Sullivan. That puts him on joint top scoring here at St Helens with Alan Hunt. That's Sullivan's 16th try of the season. But that's a great run there from the vice-captain, Chris Joint. Took the ball up, broke through the Auckland defence. Great work from the vice-captain, Chris Joint. Back in the side after an injury, a shoulder injury. And then Anthony Sullivan hurrying up just like he does, and he pinned his ears back. And you're not going to catch the Welshman, are you? Touchdown there to the left of the sticks. Puts the Saints on the board at 14 points to 4. As Golding slots it between the uprights, super stuff. Saints back in the hunt. Saints 16, Auckland Warriors 40. Saints 6, I beg your pardon. Preempting the situation a bit there, I think. Saints 6. Auckland Warriors 14. Great try there, super stuff by the Saints. The faithful erupt. And why not? The Saints have to kick off. Awkward bouncing ball. Taken by Sean Hoppy. Julian O'Neill and Perolini come in, bounce him to the earth. Now the Saints got to hold the players up there. Tony Tumivavi driving it up. But they're so quick, the Warriors. Another substitution come on there, I think, for the Warriors. Number 17, Brian Henare is the man. Betts with the ball. Danny Arnold finishes him off. Stephen Kearney quickly breaks away. 10 metres into the Saints. Well, he never played that, did he? 10 metres into the Saints half. Last one of the sequence. Prescott comes crossfield. Takes it well. Hoppy completes the tackle. Now it's with Anthony Sullivan. Can the flying wingman get away again? He's broke through 2. Well, bit of a flop there. Only 1-1, but he put all his weight on it. And why not indeed? That's the idea. Bone-crunching game. Now it's Matautia. Breaks out to 2. Well, that's a flop. Surely there. Dearie me. Yes, Mr. Cummins moves in. Stone me. That was a flop. The man was down. Saints with the penalty. 10 metres inside the Saints half. The Auckland half, I beg your pardon. Once again, Perolini hitting the advantage line, driving it up. Johnson attacked in half. Joint again. Joint breaks through. Great work from this second row forward. Always a good game as Chris Joint bolsters up the pack, both in attack and defence. Within striking distance, Saints need another score. Julian O'Neill now. A minute to the interval, plus any stoppage time. Saints within striking distance. Good running, Perolini. Last one of the sequence. What have Saints got up the sleeve? Did he knock it on? It's chipped through. The ball not dead, and Saints are going to get the drop. Had to get the possession from the drop out. Looked a little dubious there, the handling by the Saints, but they got away with it. Then the ball dribbled through, and the Warriors have to knock it dead. Saints will retain possession from the dropout. The referee stops the clock. 14 points to 6, the Warriors lead. 40 minutes gone on my watch. Time added on now for stoppages. And Ridge, the professional, puts it deep. Well taken by Jason Johnson. Now it's with Julian O'Neill. Stephen Kearney and Brian Henare in at the tackle. Perolini, the man, driving it up. That's 2 onto the 6. Saints, well, penalty to the Saints. Will Bobby Golding go for goal? Well, Ridge is going to be brought to the referee. We're not going to have any more hanky-panky. The referee's going to tell him. If we have any more of this, Matthew, I'm afraid one of you lads is going to the sin bin. I'm not pouncing about me anymore. Ridge says OK, as referee Cummins goes away. Bobby Golding, I think he'll take the 2 points on offer. And why not indeed? As we said before, Auckland not been in the league as the Auckland Warriors very long, a couple of seasons. They swoop for the best players, in their opinion, but their fortunes have waned this season, and they're down at the bottom of the table. While Bobby Golding's lining up for this goal, which is more or less right in front of the sticks, and should put a converted score, a converted try between the sides. Golding strikes it well there. The touch judges like it. Maybe the last action of the first half. But that Golding penalty goal for an Auckland infringement makes it Saints 8, Auckland 14. Well, your PA man reckons there's 2 minutes to go. But as Bobby Golding kicks off, Saints again are going to put the pressure on the Warriors. Sean Hoppy. Chris Joint, who's had an excellent first half, meets him. Tony Tuivasa running the ball up. Now it's with Betts. He runs cross-field. He'll have to be wrapped up. Exciting player, Betts. One of the best second rowers in the world when he played for the old Pie Eaters. Took his talents over to Auckland, obviously with a big money contract. As Stacey Jones slips it out to Henare. Henare chipped it over. Can he get a favourable bounce? Well, I think he has. I think that's a try. In fact, I'm sure that's a try. But the referee is not sure. And he's gone to the screen again. Well, the Warriors coming from their own line and moving it right down, and I reckon that's a try. 3 minutes of stoppage time we've had. But I reckon that could be a try. It's left with a video referee. Has the man got downward pressure? Has he got control of the ball? All these questions will be asked. And it's a try. There to the Warriors. Right at the death. Who scored? I don't know. I think it was Henare that chipped it through. But who's actually got the try? And Swan won the race. Ridge converts it. And Saints back, trailing by 12. And that could be the final action. 20 points to 8 the score, as Matthew Ridge just says there. There's the half-time hooter. Saints didn't get off to the best of starts. Ridge with a penalty in the 3rd minute. 2 minutes later, after a handling error by the Saints, Kearney went in for the try. Ridge converted it. That was 8 points to 0 for Auckland. In the 17th minute, Jones, a brilliant individual try down the popular side, turned back inside. Ridge goal that, and the Auckland Warriors were in the lead, 14 points to 0. Then a super try by Sullivan, about 5 minutes from the interval, after a great break by Chris Joint. Golding converted it. 2 minutes later, Golding got a penalty goal. Saints were back in the hunt at 14 points to 8. But right at the death there, the Auckland Warriors sweep down from their own line to the Saints line and finish off with a try, converted by Ridge. So half-time here at Nosey Road. Auckland Warriors lead the Saints by 20 points to 8. The Auckland Warriors back on the pitch, leading by 20 points to 8, and obviously a very aggressive first half by the Warriors. They come here with a purpose, and they got stuck in. But the Saints back on the pitch. Bobby Golding there, the captain. He'll have G'd his troops up. Anyway, before we get underway, a Saints supporter for many, many years, Bob Pownall, he lives at Lowton. He was looking forward, obviously, to coming here tonight. He's been taken into Wigan Infirmary today. I don't know whether it's gallstones or kidney stones he's got. But he's got a load of stones and they're giving him a bit of trouble. But that's another story. But anyway, he best wishes, Bob, from all the supporters that stand by you. Vernon and Anne, my mate, obviously myself, Ron Huth, my wife Chris, and all here on Micron Video. So get well soon, Bob. Let's hope the Saints can pull it out of the bag tonight. And we hope your stones soon get better. Right, away we go, 20 points to 8 the score. In favour of the Warriors. Saints kick off. Ridge took it, unloaded it straight away. Julian O'Neill and Chris Morley. As the Warriors move it on the short side. The Saints tackling has got to be just as ferocious as the Warriors has. As Eru turns it back inside to Stephen Kearney. Joint and Parolini. This World Club Championship, the final being played in October in Australia, as Dennis Betts, well, he gets the ball underway to Tira Patti, who fires it out to the wing to Mark Ellis. Ridge attacks in half, Cunningham breaks quickly. Ridge rubbers it through. Simon Booth, I think that, well, Booth was on the floor and the man coming on the tackle. Is it Booth? Yes, it is Simon Booth. Dear me, that second tackling again. They're very physical. I mean, I know we're not pouncing about with a round ball game, but the referee should get a grip of it and make sure that the fair play. Julian O'Neill moves it upfield. Once again, the Saints trying to break this Auckland Warriors defence. Latautier, big Western Samoan, Raw breaks the defence, drives through, gets up and plays it quickly. The Saints on the charge now, it's Cunningham. Saints with fire in the bellies, it's on to Parolini. Good tackling there. 40 metres from the Warriors line. Julian O'Neill, battering ram, powerhouse forward, drives it upfield. Cornerstone, well, he's had the ball taken off him. 2-1. Well, that should be somebody in the sin bin, Mr. Cummins. You threatened it before. Yes, he's put him in the sin bin, 10 minutes. And not before time either. Tira Patti is the man in the sin bin. Rapati after 42 minutes. And a chance now for the Saints. Bobby Golding talking to the referee. I just took my eye off the game there, and obviously it's head and feed to the Warriors. They're down to 12 men. Rapati in the sin bin after 42 minutes. Matthew Ridge taken by O'Neill. Betts from the dummy half, moves it out wide. Mark Horrell. Hanari. Brian Hanari, the man there driving it up. The Warriors in the lead and in possession. 20 points to 8 the score in favour of the New Zealanders. Chip kick upfield, Prescott makes sure, kicks it dead. Most of these Warriors players form the backbone of the New Zealand national side. Obviously Matthew Ridge, the captain tonight, Sean Hoppy, Jean Namu, Stacey Jones, Sid Eru, Stephen Kearney. So they're a very good side, well drilled. Kearney there receives the pass from Ridge. Bashed down by Cunningham and O'Neill. Once again the Warriors move it, the Saints forced to defend. Morley comes in for the tackle. He's wrapped up by both props. Strong running by the Warriors. 20 metres from the Saints line. Well, that looked forward there again. But the referee says it's okay. Namu moves it right. The ball quickly passed out. It's being kept alive. Sean Hoppy. Strong man, forced back there. Last one of the sequence for the Warriors. Long cut-out pass, they're running it. The old power play, as they say. As Ridge puts it up in the air, and he's flattened as he's parted with it. But Prescott takes it well. Dennis Beck's all over him. Namu was there as well. And Arnold with the possession. Well, slow play the ball. Well, got away with it of the Saints. Matauti comes away with it. Good work by the Warriors. Now it's Alan Hunt. Not many running chances. O'Neill again. Takes it forward. Mark Horrow with the tackle. Now it's Chris Joint. The ball's lost. Shaken out in the tackle. Hoppy gets the dregs. Oh, Hoppy's siding his way through there. Saints urge to get back on side. 20 metres from the Saints line. Good handling by Kearney. Took it well. Juggled with it. Well, get the Oscar out. What's the referee adjudging? Scrum down, head and feet to Saints. Well, he's ruled that Kearney's knocked on. If it had been an improper play of the ball, it would have been a penalty to the Saints. So head and feet to Saints. Bobby Golding there. Gonna feed. 6 minutes of the second half gone. The Warriors down to 12 men. Rapati, oh dear, oh me. Matautia couldn't take it. First pass out was an awkward ball. Bounces it down in disgust, and now the pressure back on the Saints. Stacey Jones will come in and feed it. Saints know now they've got it all to do. Golden Genie side up at the back. Jones with the ball, moves it over. Oh, that's strong running. Namu, I think that is trying to go through. It is. From the blind side on the short side, Hoppy. Hoppy's in for a try. That looks a good try to me. Well, the referee's having a look at the screen. I think that's a try again. About the third occasion that the referee's gone to the screen. One went against the Warriors in the 24th minute. Then they got the look of the draw right on the half-time hooter. And this time Hoppy, who went in at the corner, and I thought that was a good try. Saints being punished again for a loss of ball. Matautia losing it. The resulting scrum. Stacey Jones at the back of the scrum, moving it on the blind side. The ball going out to Hoppy, and his strength took him over. But the referee points to it. Yes, the try's given. Looked good to us. He wasn't sure. Auckland extend the lead to 24 points to 8. Matthew Ridge, the goal kicker there, and there's my beloved just at the back of him. She'll be bellowing down his ear if she's any idea. But Ridge with his most difficult kick of the evening. 24 points to 8. The Warriors are in the lead. Ridge strikes it well. Oh, superb conversion by Ridge. That's out of the top draw of that goal, isn't it? 26 points to 8. So apart from, well, as far as I'm concerned, apart from that Sullivan try, that Swan Jones try, the Stacey Jones try, Saints being penalised, or being punished, I should say, for their errors. 26 points to 8, a great start for the Warriors. So Pickavance and Anderson being introduced into the game. Nataltia, the man there, that lost possession last time, drives it up this time, and O'Neill again. The Warriors, they're well drilled, aren't they? They're all up, all over the Saints. Cunningham feeds it inside to Pickavance. The Australians and New Zealanders seem to just play this game slightly faster than our English clubs over here. And it looks as though it's telling there on the field, doesn't it? Blindside ploy, the ball loose, bounced up off Dennis Betts. He manages to gather it. Hunt completes the tackle. 10 minutes gone. Well, Alan Hunt going to be spoken to. Auckland Warriors there as well, obviously. Had infringed. There's the penalty. There's the penalty. Gone Saints' way, even though he spoke to Alan Hunt. I think it was Hoppy, the man that was he Hoppy? No, it couldn't have been Hoppy, could it? But it was one of the Auckland Warriors that was where he shouldn't have been. He was in an offside position, even though the Auckland Warriors had the ball. But it's Chris Joynt now, strong running forward, driving it up, plays it there, gets away with it. Paul Anderson just come on as a substitute. The ball back to O'Neill, and O'Neill 5 metres short. Ridge lying down there in an offside position. Perolini, oh, he's lost the possession. The referee is going to go to the screen, isn't he? He was unsighted, but we had a good view of it there. And I'm afraid Perolini knocked the ball forward. That's not going to be a try for the Saints, but even though they deserved it. Perolini, the man there, coming through at pace. Saints had moved it. O'Neill had took it within a few metres. Then the ball played, and Perolini coming through, but he lost control of it. Knocked it forward. And it should be a 10-metre scrum with an Auckland feed, I think. Referee coming, just waiting for the few angles that the video ref has. This World Club Championship, 12 European teams in it, 10 Australasian teams. Yeah, there it is. Referee brings it back for the scrum, as I said. Pool A, which we're in, is formed from the top 6 in the European Super League and the top 6 in the Australian Super League. Warriors, Cronulla and Penrith over here. Stephen Kearney taken by O'Neill and Anderson. 12 minutes gone. Rapati should be coming back on shortly. Nataltia in with a big hit. Kearney, the man, driving it forward. Well, there we are again. Play the ball, very suspect. Tunivavi must be on the last tackle. Golding closing the angles down, but that's a good kick. That finds touch 20 metres from the Saints line. Head and feed, obviously, to the Saints. (26-8) the score, and definitely an uphill battle for the Saints this evening. Not had the best of fortunes in the league, obviously, since playing Bradford in the cup final. Bounced back last week at Thrum Hall, Halifax, just before Halifax got on the plane to go over for their part in the World Club Challenge. in the World Club Championships in Australia. As Perolini drives it forward, Saints trying to spread it. They get the ball away, Cunningham tidies it up. To Mavavian, Kearney try to upend Cunningham. Golding trying to inject his side. Anderson, good ball to Anderson, he breaks free. He gains another 15 valuable metres. Anthony Sullivan takes it blind side from the acting half-back position. And Anderson again, Golding puts it in the air. It's on the last tackle. The Warriors are lined up, the Saints are lined up. The Warriors have the possession, and Pickavance dragging his man towards the line. It's Ridge, the captain. He doesn't like it, he's chumming away, he wants to get on with it. When you give it, you've got to take it. Rapati back on after his 10 minutes in the sin bin. In which Hoppy, the man there, scored a try in the corner after a Saints error. Good strong running. He's the top try scorer, Sean Hoppy. Scored 8 before he came over to England. Got one today, that makes him 9. Obviously, Sid Eru is your top tackler, the hooker. And obviously there again, these men are making up the New Zealand national side. As Namu comes through, that score, good handling there. Joe Vergara brought down just short as he slid in. No, he hasn't. It's the last one of the sequence. The referee assessed. The referee said that the Warriors haven't played it correctly. The Saints faithfully erupt. They like that decision. As I said before, I think the interpretation, obviously, of the rules there, and especially the play the ball rule, with our British referees, because the Australians, the Antipodeans there, they seem to just play it as they're getting up, and they've got to actually gain the feet. Pickavance suspended for the last game against Halifax after being sent off against Salford as the Auckland Warriors steal the ball. Well, and the march back a further 10 metres, and somebody's been flattened there, so once again, very physical side this evening, the Warriors. And all offside, I feel, and the supporters are trying to help the referee Cummins. Anderson. Cunningham, the man at dummy half. Saints move it blindside. Pickavance again. He's lost the ball. Slipped out of his hands in the tackle. He was sent off at Salford for rattling Paul Forber, who also got 1 match suspension after being placed on report. Kearney feeds it back inside. Good strong running. The Busby on for Morley. Arnold in for the interception. Bounce forward, it touches Alan Hunt. He's going to be brought back because Danny Arnold had knocked it forward. He went for the interception. It slowed the play down. It's a good job it did, because if it had gone to hand, I feel that could have been another try for the Auckland Warriors. 26 points to 8 in the lead. 22 minutes of the game left. Stacey Jones bets at the back of the pack. He's wrapped up by Pickavance. Jones attacked in half. Henare, the man there, taken by O'Neill. And Joint. Eru, the top tackler, turns it back inside. Joe Vergara, a giant prop. He brings the ball up again, and the Warriors are charging. Hurrow, veteran campaigner, but gets through some graft. And once again, inside ball, Betts, short ball to Matthew Ridge. Well, the referee picked it forward. My word, why should he start now? He's not bothered for the first 58 minutes. But he picked that one out there, saying the pass was forward. And Golding gonna feed the scrum. Bobby Golding from the base of the scrum has to take the tackle. Betts and Rich. Anderson flicks it up there to Chris Joint. Now it's Matautia. Strong runner, got to respect the possession. Got to stick hold of the ball. Vergana brings him down. Cunningham breaks away. Wrapped up by Vergana again. Saints want to play it quickly. Spreading it out, trying to beat this Auckland defence. Panalini. Well taken. Hanari brings him down. And the Saints build up again. O'Neill turns it back. Saints kick it downfield. There's too much beef on it. It's gone dead. Ellis picks it up, throws it up to the 20. And the Warriors will restart with a tap from the centre of the 20. 20 minutes left. Saints 8, Auckland 26. A great start for the Warriors. Obviously the league may be beyond them, well definitely beyond them at home. And Frank Endicott got his sights set on this World Club Championship. And Saints' hopes being dented. Trailing by 26 points to 8. Jones wrapped up by O'Neill. The ball's loose. Everything's just gone to hand for the Warriors this evening. Saints' mistakes have been punished. With 3 Auckland tries and a little bit of jiggery-pokery there at in the tackle. Saints being penalised. Namu finds touch. Just short of the Saints 20. So the Auckland Warriors within 10 metres of the Saints line, putting the pressure back on again, moving it over to the short side. Kearney's lost the ball. Matautia picks it up. The referee says that's okay. Cunningham scampers away. Hunt to Prescott. Prescott sees the gap, gives it to Danny Arnold. He has to jump back inside. Arnold sees the gap. Ellis. Well, Ellis went down there a little aggressively after Rapati had completed the tackle. Golding gets shut of it quick. Anderson looking to unload. He has to take the tackle. The Warriors' defence, excellent this evening. Only being penetrated by that good run from Chris Joint. Finished off by Anthony Sullivan in the 35th minute. But it's Matautia. Saints within striking distance. Very slow to get off the player, the Warriors. As Busby comes through. He had an excellent game, didn't he, at Cromwell? Golding puts it in the air to the corner. The Warriors have the possession. Well taken on the far side. And I think that's Swan that has the possession. Anthony Swan. Sean Hoppy, wrapped up by Sullivan. Betts is the man with the possession. O'Neill, good ball and all tackle. But once again, great yardage by the Warriors. Stephen Kearney, taken by Pickavance and Panalini. They force him back. And I thought Panalini had come up with possession then. It was 1-1. Hanari. Warriors boot to ball, puts it right downfield. Prescott trying to slide through the defence. The right wing partnership of Swan and Hoppy. tidy him up. But now it's Sullivan that has the possession. Now it's Dean Busby. Alan Hunt. The Warriors enthusiastic tackling, to say the least. Cunningham loses the possession. Betts tidies it up. Stephen Kearney on an opposite diagonal run. The tackle count wave clean. The referee right on the job. That's the zero tackle. Well, Kearney wants to get on with it instead of pouncing about, prodding and probing. And Ridge attacked in half. Saints move up quickly. But they haven't got the answer to this Warriors side this evening. A mistake in the 7th minute gave Hoppy a try after Saints had lost possession. That's the only scoring in this second half so far. Well, the Saints have tightened up a bit. Oh, that's great tackling there. Super tackling by Alan Hunt on Ridge. Now it's Tia Rapati. Very talented Rapati family, about 5 brothers. The ball put in the air and it runs dead. Restart from the centre of the 20. Saints will have the possession and 15 minutes left on the clock. Busby, head down, drives it up. Sideru completes the tackle. Once again, Perolini, shoulder down, drives it forward. Saints have to step up the gear. Move back on for Matautia. Pickervance from dummy half, and Pickervance drives away. I believe he's asked for a transfer, is Ian Pickervance. He wants an update of his contract. Plays well, does Pickervance, plays out of his skin. Most of his games this season have been from the bench. O'Neill plays it. Bobby Golding, reverse angle kick. Prescott chasing it. Just couldn't control it. Knocked it forward. Tia Rapati picks it up, and that'll be play on. Anderson wraps him up. And once again, the Warriors going through the motions. The game obviously flowing end to end. But the Saints can't penetrate the Auckland defence. Strong running, Joe Vergara unloads it, puts it back. The Warriors there, cleaning up the scraps. I think that's Jones, it is, that Cunningham puts to earth. Pickervance looks as though he's taking a knock in the face. Whether he'll need the treatment or not, I don't know. Good running there, Swan up the wing, up the right flank. Prescott again. Well, has Swan got the ball down? We can't see from our angle, it's in that top corner. I think the referee might go to the screen again. He's consulting with the touch judge. Oh, he's given it without going to the screen. 27 minutes gone. And Swan in for his second try. Which adds to the Saints' woes. 30 points to 8 now they trail. But the referee, after consulting with the touch judge, hadn't got any hesitation. Pointed to the spot. That brings up the 30 for Auckland. And Ridge again from an exact same position as his last effort after Hoppy had scored. Just getting a little barracking from the homesters there. But he struck it well last time. Has he got the right distance this time? No, waved away. The score remains Saints 8. Auckland Warriors 30. And 11 minutes of the game remain. Long before the Auckland Warriors, as they are now, were formed Auckland Centre representative side over here. 1987 they played 6 matches. They won 3 and lost 3. They won against Leeds 29-25, Warrington 22-16, and Wigan 10 points to 6. The losses came here at Nosey Road, 52 points to 26. The Saints wrapped them up on the 1st of November, which was All Saints Day, and Saints got the scoring right. Hull beat them 26-24, and in the final game, the Germans Select 13 beat them by 12 points to 6. But the well in command this evening, 30 points to 8. They lead, and time running out for the Saints, only 10 minutes left. Joint there worked really hard tonight, along with Cunningham, Golding. The lads have tried, but mistakes have let them down, as the Warriors have capitalised on every error that Saints have made. Well, Pickavant's third, he's not been on so long, he's got off. Whether it is a blood bin substitution, I don't know, but he got a crack in the head earlier on, as I said, when Saints went in for the tackle. It must be more serious than first thought. Shane Endicott in possession, he's lost the ball. That's play on that, Anderson quickly in. Shane Endicott is the son of the coach, Frank Endicott, in the Auckland side there. He lost possession, possibly his first touch, as Prescott turns it back inside to Alan Hunt. Can the Saints finish with a flourish? 10 minutes remain. They trail by 22 points. Busby, taken by Henare. 20 metres out. Johnson just come back on. Replaced Ian Pickavants. Turned the ball back inside. Booth to Alan Hunt. The Saints are trying to keep the ball alive, but they just can't penetrate this tight Auckland defence. What would Julian O'Neill there give to score a try against his ex-club? Cunningham onto Mark Ellis, and Cunningham wraps him up. Ridge, the captain, at the back. Tirapati taken by Boel. Busby there, had another pull at the leg, very lucky to get away with that. The Warriors have the possession. Kearney, they still keep it going, they know the game's won. 8 minutes remain, and they're handsomely in the lead. Saints' next game a week on Monday, the 16th of June, against the Cronulla Sharks. And the final game the following Sunday against the Penrith Panthers. The Warriors put it deep downfield, it runs dead. The restart from the centre of the 20. Cunningham to restart. And Saints once again go through the motions. The game's been fierce, ferocious, the tackling's been sometimes brutal. But no points for the Saints in the World Club Championship table this evening. And the Warriors are going to get their first 2 points over here as Alan Hunt sidesteps through. Can Hunt win the race? Oh, he can, Alan Hunt! A big cheer for the flying centre. Great work from Hunt there. Saints might be trailing now by 30 points to 12, but they've come up with 2 of the best tries in this evening's match, courtesy of Alan Hunt and Anthony Sullivan. So Alan Hunt there regained his lead in the try-scoring stakes. That's his 17th try of the season. But didn't he do well there? He kicked out of 2 tackles, strode through again, must have been 40, 50 metres out, took it well. This season, in fact it was last week against Halifax, his first goal of the season, that's his second. Adds the points on, 30 points to 14, 5 minutes left. Once again, after Saints scoring there, they've got to kick off, which is the norm now, to give the opposition the ball back. Now let's hope that they don't make a complete hash of it now, and Auckland come the full length and score points. Betts. Great tackle there by Busby. Once again, Busby there, very fortunate. He lifted the leg. Mete Neveo, then tacked in half. The ball slung out wide. Swan looking for his hat-trick. He breaks free of the tackle. Swan again. Well, the ball's fed inside. He's had a try. The referee, he's given the try. He's pointed to the spot. He'd no hesitation there, but Swan made it. Well, there you go. Commentators Mike Burgess has said, will the Saints be able to hold the Warriors? Will they go the full length again after Saints had scored? The answer was yes. We don't know who scored just at present. Perhaps Stuart, your PA man, will be able to give us a little bit of a lift. But Swan, the man that did a lot of the spade work right up the right flank. He's the right centre. And he took it well. Looked as though he was going to get past. I think the ball was fed inside. And we don't know who's actually... Well, Hoppy the man. And Ridge again, a similar position. Again. And my good lady getting some airspace there, isn't she? Some viewing television space. As Ridge pops it over. Good kick by Ridge. Another 6 points to the Warriors. 36-14. They're in front. 36-14 they lead. Lots of spectators trooping off from the arena now. They must have had enough. As Ridge with a short kick. Saints take it well. Cunningham did well. He got out of the blocks there quickly, as there was a big hole in the middle of the Saints defence. Perolini. Prescott acting half. So once again, Booth drove it up. Now it's with Cunningham. He's run tirelessly as Cunningham. He's looking for support. The tackle just dropped off him. He's struck again. Well, a lot of mauling there. That should be a penalty there. Stacey Jones on Cunningham. But the Saints keep the ball moving. It's Alan Hunt, the last Saints try scorer. Chris Joint. Johnson, Jason Johnson on to Dean Busby. That's the turnover. Saints were running it. I didn't see the referee put his hand up there. The old power play, as they say. Certainly the Saints stand off there. Jason Johnson, he'll know he's been in a game tonight. His home debut against the Auckland Warriors. It's something to remember, but it's obviously not for the result. As Betts streaks away, gives it Rapati to Ellis. Ellis driving for the corner. Arnold has him. The ball's turned back inside, and Tia Rapati, the old favourite here at St Helens, touches down behind the sticks. And the Warriors putting it together now. A try by Tia Rapati that brings up the 40 for the Warriors. Fancy we had a try in the 7th minute by Hoppy, nothing for the next 20, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 tries in the space of 11 minutes. But they always look there, the Warriors, as if they could strike and score from anywhere. Seem far quicker than the Saints this evening. Ridge with a conversion, 42 points to 14, and counting down now. The Joint there, the Homestead's man of the match, had an excellent game as Joint in what seems to be obviously now a well-beaten Saints side this evening. 40 minutes on the clock, 42-14 the score. Saints have the possession, and O'Neill, the former Auckland Warrior, who would have loved to get on the score sheet, but Perolini still powering there. Kearney, hold of him. Lots of tired and bruised bodies this evening. Betts with the tackle. Tom to Golding. Puts it crossfield. Johnson turns it back inside. Dean Busby. Is it? No, it's Chris Johns. I beg your pardon, the man of the match. Now the Saints Homestead's man of the match. Deflection there goes to Matthew Ridge. Hunt comes in for the tackle. Cunningham takes him round the top. And the Warriors with the possession. Shane Endicott up the centre. Blindside ploy, now moves, rubbers it through. It rolls into touch. Hoppy was signing through the scrum down. Saints head and feed, maybe the last scrum of the match. A minute and a half of stoppage time has been played already. And referee Cummins there urging the Warriors to hurry up and form the scrum. Lots of tired and bruised bodies, and receiving boos from the Homesteads. But Alan Hunt again couldn't break free of the tackle that time. There's the final hooter. The Warriors do a very clinical job here on the Saints this evening in the first round of the World Club Championship and beat the Saints by 42 points to 14. They trailed 20 points to 8 at half-time. In the 7th minute of the second half, after Saints had committed an error, Hoppy went in at the corner. That was converted by Ridge, a great conversion. That made it 26-8. At this time, the Warriors were down to 12 men because Rapati had been in the sin bin. Then, as I said, nothing for 20 minutes. And then try from Swan. Made it 30 points to 8. Then a brilliant individual effort by Alan Hunt. Goal by Anderson brought the Saints back within a sniff at 30 points to 14. But good tries from Rapati, from Hoppy and Rapati in the 35th and the 38th minute, both converted by Ridge. And that's how it ended in the first round of the World Club Championship here at Nosey Road. Saints 14, Auckland 42. Join us the 16th of June when the Saints here entertain Cronulla Sharks. You've been with Micron. Join us the next time.